Today's global topic will focus on corrosion and protective coatings challenges in Central America. With me today is Juan Caballero, Master Coatings Inspector and Protective Coatings Specialist. Juan is the President of Naval and Industrial Solutions, Panama and Colombia. Juan, welcome.
Many thanks, Jim, for this interview. Let me congratulate you for the great job you have been doing, interviewing top people around the world. And I think your job is very important for the communication that needs to be done in our industry and reaching every corner in the world. So I'm very happy to be here with you today.
Oh, no problem, Juan. And the other thing, too, that I should mention is that you are a representative on the SSPC Board of Governors. I appreciate your service to SSPC and the industry globally.
Oh, yes, it's my pleasure. I'm very pleased to be part of the Board of Governors and represent to my best all the interests of the international community out there regarding the coatings and corrosion industry.
So, Juan, in your professional experience as a corrosion and coatings inspector in Central America, what are some of the top challenges that are facing the region related to corrosion and protective coatings?
Okay, very good question, Jim, because this is something we have been addressing for some time, and we have discovered or we have seen that in our industry or regional industry, one of the main challenges is about the knowledge or the awareness about the real devastating cost of corrosion and the mentality to the industry have regarding the different methods of controlling corrosion itself. And it's part of a problem that we have been looking at about that people can see access to it, and also easy access to other topics as training, certifications regarding the workforce and the engineering part. So it's a challenge that we need to address together as an industry in order to overcome in this region.
So in Central America, in the countries that you've have experience working in, you're working with owners, you're working with you're working with other inspectors, but you're also working with contractors. How is the region tackling issues related to the impact of corrosion?
Okay, Jim. To be honest, I will say that owners, contractors, and professionals, let's say inspectors and workforce, the blasters and the painters, have been tackling the industry as the market have given tools to them and try to use those tools to the best benefit. But we are aware that there is a lot more to do regarding different initiatives that can be done to improve what our market have been able to have in hand in order to do a better quality job. And it's something about saving owners and contractors investments and having the best outcome and the best coating system durability in time.
I understand. So, related to industry professional certifications and craft worker training, and then the skill-based certifications, where at this time is Central America, the region itself, at meeting the need when it comes to the trainings and certifications to help the industry?
Okay, Jim, that's another very good question. I have to tell the truth here. regarding the whole region, I think we are in a very basic level still. And I think the main problem or the main issue here is that in our region, let's say Central America and some parts of Latin America, we still don't have specifications or requirements that ask the different projects to have certified contractors, certified professionals, well-trained craft workers. And this is something that is affecting our industry in the region, because we have been not able to get to the other level that we need in order to advance our industry. Because we still working with, empirical craft workers. Maybe we are not dealing with good specifications in most of the projects. There are some projects that they may have some good specifications, but in my experience in the regional area, I think that there is a lot to improve, and there SSPC, NACE, AFCM can help our industry to advance in these matters.
So the other thing too that I really didn't cover at the beginning of the interview in the opening, in addition to you being a master coating inspector, you're also certified in many different craft worker certifications when it comes to abrasive blasting, wet abrasive blasting, water jetting, coating application, even roller application, and other type of skills. You are a trainer as well, an instructor for SSPC, the Society for Protective Coatings. What are some of the initiatives that you as an instructor, what have you been doing in Central America to kind of help tackle the challenges that you just mentioned? Can you hear me?
Now I hear you again.
Okay. The question I had for you, Juan, is that you are, an instructor. You have all different type of certifications when it comes to the craft worker skills, when it comes to abrasive blasting, wet abrasive blasting, water jetting, and also coating application as well. What are some of the things that you are doing as an instructor in the region in Central America to help address those issues that you just mentioned about, the training challenges that are happening right now?
Okay, Jim, added that is a requirement to be an SSPC instructor, to be trained first in these different craft worker trainers and have high level grades. I think I have done this also because I want to transfer the right knowledge to my fellow colleagues in the industry, name it, inspectors, consultants, contractors. But I think the craft workers is one of the key critical areas that we have to unite efforts in order to give the craft workers a better career path. As I said earlier, in our region, unfortunately, most of the craft workers have an empirical formation. And let's say, I always say this, let's say they start at maybe 16, 17 years learning from his father or his uncle, and they spend a lot of time, like 20, 25 years, doing the same job over and over without any access to high-level training. And I'm a true believer that through this training, a craft worker can do a career in coatings and eventually grow to other areas, maybe as quality control supervisors, inspectors, and finally, why not? They can become business owners themselves. So I think here is not still we still don't have the culture or the economical resources to really push for the craft worker training, but we have been, working together to push very hard on this and eventually make a better industry for everybody, where a lot of colleagues and people out there, technicians, professionals, can have better opportunities and do a real career in this area.
It sounds like you're really looking to give back to the industry that's given you so much. You being a business owner and also being a young professional in the industry. One, we talked about a lot of different things related to corrosion and protective coating challenges in Central America, and also related to the challenges when it comes to training as well. Is there anything in closing this interview? Is there anything that we didn't talk about that you feel is important for people to take away from this interview?
Yes, I would say that this is not a one-man job. It's not just a one organization job. I think here we have to unite efforts between international associations, education institutions like universities or craft training schools, engineering local associations, the different business owners that are out there that can also get on board, and different institutions in the different countries that I think is the right path to become a very high level and fortified industry, and cut the bridge that we have. I don't like to make comparison, but if we compare with other countries, we have a bridge that we have to cut on technology, and investigation is something that is also very important, and that's where the universities, I think, make an important role, because they can promote investigation on coatings and corrosion topics.
Perfect. So for everyone watching this episode, in the comments below, I will list the website for Naval and Industrial Solutions, and also email address for Juan Caballero for those of you that want to reach out to Juan and talk a little bit more in depth and detail about this, or maybe even inquire about a little bit about Naval Industrial Solutions. Juan, I very much appreciate this opportunity to interview you, and good luck with everything, and have a great 2020. Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure, Jim, and have a good evening, and keep doing what you are doing. You are doing a very important job for the industry, and it's taking the information in every corner of the world.
Thank you very much, my friend.
Okay, thank you.